The Cutdown.
The Cutdown, sponsored by Vodkow.
So let me ask you a personal question here, RJ. I'm just gonna throw it out there. How many times have you been cut?
Cut?
Cut.
Oh,
like released.
Released
from a football team.
Let me pull out the script.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, I'm right there with you.
Man, cut, honestly.
Because you graduated from
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. I was gonna say Rhode Island. It's totally different.
It's all up there.
I played against Rhode Island, but New Hampshire.
I played against Toledo.
Yeah, so
we got smoked, but
you know, you probably did.
He wasn't there. He wasn't.
You know,
there
the one interesting fact I knew about you though that probably people don't know. Bro, you were born in Germany, bro.
Germany, bro.
How long did you live over there?
I was military, so my folks was there probably 2-3 months. I think. I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
Like you weren't raised in Germany.
I wasn't raised in Germany.
Were you ever raised in a foreign country being your parents being in the military?
Straight US. I bounced around a lot when we came to the States.
Yeah.
I was everywhere in the States, but born in Germany, stayed there, like I said, 2-3 months maybe, and back to the States, bro. That's it.
Yeah, because I lived in Jamaica for 6 years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so that's why I was like, bro, that's people living in a foreign country.
That's dope. But nobody knows. I appreciate you doing a little research, my guy. Yeah, that's
a lot of research, man. So back to being cut.
Being cut. Like I said, script. Maybe.
Not maybe. You left New Hampshire what year?
I left New Hampshire my last season was 15 season. So I left New Hampshire. And since then, I've been cut 12 times.
12?
12.
See if I can go to 12.
12.
All right, so.
6 of which.
6?
Came from the New Orleans Saints in one season.
So they bringing you back on P Squad?
Cut me. Hey, we need
to sign an active guy.
I honestly got cut so many times from the Saints. Sean Payton, it was just like routine to him. Like I would walk into Sean Payton's office and he'd literally just be sitting there like, RJ, you know the routine. We got to send you home this week. We'll have you back next week. Literally, every time hurt.
So did you ever like pack a bag or just leave it there?
I lived out of a suitcase that entire year.
That's what people don't understand about.
Lived out of a suitcase, bro. I go to my parents' crib. I'm there for 3 days. Saints call me back. RJ, you're on the flight in the morning. You're coming back. Fold the suitcase up, right back, bro.
So did you live in a hotel?
Yeah, stayed in the hotel. Didn't even get a crib, bro. Couldn't get comfortable. You know, anytime you try to get comfortable, hey, number game, we got to send you to the crib, bro.
So I think
that was crazy.
I left Toledo in 2012. So I was a rookie free agent in Atlanta.
You was with Dom, right?
Yeah, I was with Dom in Atlanta.
DD, yeah.
Me and Dom was there. Yeah, my college roommate was there. Philip Manley, he played guard. Dom is the reason why I got offered a contract because that was a tryout for rookie minicamp.
Oh, for real? You wasn't even like.
I wasn't even a priority free agent.
The PFA
none
or
of
nothing.
that. No, they were like, "Hey, we saw you ran fast at your pro day. You want to come down and try out?"
Training camp body.
Yeah.
And then look what happened.
Yeah, literally, Dom was like, "Bro, I had no idea like who you was. I just kept looking up, and I happened to be number 85 in Atlanta. No, 89 actually." Okay. And he was like. Every time I kept looking up, bro, I'm throwing 89 in football. So I was like, man, it's whatever. So I was in Atlanta, got cut in Atlanta, went home, didn't hear anything. So I went back to school. So I went back to school for that winter semester.
You came out early?
Spring semester.
You came out.
No, I just had a semester to finish in school.
Okay.
I was just,
redshirted, you get that extra.
I didn't even redshirt. That's what made me actually get the extra year because I started as a true freshman. So in the NCAA, not too many people know about this, that you have 5 years of eligibility.
Yeah.
So I played 4 years, so I still had a 5th year eligibility.
Yeah.
So
you got 5 years to play 4 seasons.
Yeah. So I was able to get my degree for free.
Oh, still that.
So I was able
to get that.
I was on scholarship.
Need that.
So
need all of that.
Went back to school, graduated. So my agent was like, you didn't hear nothing. So I got cut from Atlanta, went to the arena football team in 2013. So in 2013, I played arena football for the Pittsburgh Power. Played one game. Montreal called me, hey, you want to come to rookie camp? Went to rookie camp, got cut from there in 2013. Went back home, started working a job. Miami Dolphins called me. Hey, man, you want to, and by the way, I got a regular job and wasn't working out.
Oh, so you was off the couch for real.
Off the couch. It was like, hey, we're training we're working out 6 receivers for one spot. Do you want to come down? I'm like, bro, this is a free trip to Miami.
100%.
Like,
yeah, let's go.
Like,
I'm taking that.
It's a weekend trip in Miami. I'm out.
Who was there though? Who were the other 5 receivers?
There was
Anybody
nobody that I know.
Nah.
No one that I know. There was this kid like Archo Smith. I remember he was from like Louisville. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah.
And literally, I go in there, work out, end up getting a contract. Bet. All right. So then I end up getting cut from Miami. So as I got cut from Miami, I'm going back home. Calgary calls me. So this is in 2013. Went to Calgary. Ended up playing 5 games in there. They brought me in like the 9 games. And then got released. Calgary didn't pick me up, so that's 5. Went back to Montreal.
So you finished the season with Calgary?
In 2013. Yeah. 2014, go back to Montreal after I just got cut there in training camp. So I went back there. And 14 made the team. 15 ended up getting traded. 16 went back to Montreal on a free agent deal.
Golly.
Got cut from Montreal like 10 games in.
Why they cut you 10 games in?
I always said it was
my bad. I
collateral damage.
I ain't just throw that out there.
No. I always said it was collateral damage.
Yeah.
One player got cut. They kind of tied us in, so they thought because we had cut one, we have to cut the other. So it's kind of like collateral damage type of thing.
Yeah.
I was never late for a meeting, never got fined, never did anything, never had any disciplinary actions, but that just happens. So I got released from Montreal, then went to Winnipeg, got released from Winnipeg, went back to Edmonton in 8 and 17, was there 17, 18, got traded to SAS in 19, and then got cut again in Edmonton this past training camp. So I say like damn near like 11, man.
You've been on the move, Slim.
Just like you. But
You've
that
been on the
2013 season, I think I was in Pittsburgh, Montreal, Miami, Calgary. I played in 3 different leagues on 4 different teams in 2 different countries.
Journeyman.
So that's why we say living out, like people don't understand.
They don't understand, bro.
Like,
living out of a suitcase, bro. That's real life, bro.
So yeah,
it's really, that's real life, bro.
No, it's real life.
Legit.
So yeah, no.
I mean, like now that we here, this is a perfect time to clear the air. Like you said, you got cut, collateral damage. You got cut from Edmonton. What was it that they said? What was the term? Cultural or something?
Cultural fit.
Come on, Slim. That's wild. Since you've been here, I ain't seen it. I haven't seen what they've talked about. I don't know. I think it's just.
I think you can ask every coach, every player, every person I've come in contact with that I'm not that. The one thing I do know about me is I talk a lot.
You're you.
Yeah, I try to
You're
be
you.
I try to
you be
me.
you. You're not changing for nobody.
Want to be a team player, you know.
100%.
I also believe that you got to be your best version of yourself to be the best version for your team. That makes sense. 100%. I got to be 100% on me, and then that 100% goes into the team. I feel like you have 12 individuals that are working hard to one common goal, but there's 12 individuals. We're all not the same.
Can't be the same person.
We're all different walks of life.
Everybody's
Everyone
different,
has
bro.
a journey. Everyone has that chip. Everyone has that.
100%.
But if you're able to dial that into that one common goal, which I've always have, it's just that I am an individual. That's what makes me me, which makes you RJ, which makes, Joe Smo different from everyone.
From everybody else,
So
right.
that's what I think, that's the beautiful thing about football. Like you have
to, everybody has to come together and culminate their own culture. Like you can't just have this culture and say this is what it has to be. All your guys have to come together and make that culture together. And
like, if you ever notice like how diverse a locker room is,
1,000%.
like if you just sit back and you just look there, you're like, man, like this guy's from all the way over here. This guy's from all the way over here.
I'm next to Marco and Goose in the locker room.
So
they be over there talking French, and I just be sitting there like, exactly.
Like, so like, but even
100%.
like, cause they all sit at the table, like at the end of practice, and it's just it's great to hear that
different stories,
just different, just
everybody different.
Hearing something different. So yeah, no. Like I said, I always said you always got to be your own individual. For sure.
1,000%. It makes you bro.
Let me see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Best stadium you love to play in the CFO. Home doesn't count.
I was gonna say home don't count. Shout out Our Nation. Y'all all right with me, man. Aside from Our Nation, I'm gonna have to go with SAS, dog. SAS is crazy. SAS is crazy. When we played there in, I believe it was 18, we had a night joint. We had a night game, bro. And they cut all the lights out. Everybody
had the intro.
They had the green glow sticks, bro.
Bro,
I'm out that joint like, yo, what is going? That joint was turned, bro. I'm over there. They're doing the Canadian anthem and everything. I'm like, yo, this is really lit. Like it was pitch black, no lights, just green glow sticks,
for
bro.
The intro,
going crazy.
For the intro,
man. We kicked that joint off, and they might have returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown against us. So that atmosphere, I'm on the sideline like, yo, this is wild. Hey, no cap though. We came back, we did our thing, we won the game, kind of silenced that down. Them green glow sticks was gone at the end.
No, that's the best feeling.
That's the best, bro.
When you walk into a hostile territory and be able to come out with the win.
Shut that down, bro. Dead that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
I like SAS though. SAS is crazy. I only got to play in Winnipeg once, but Winnipeg, I like that stadium too, though. I like that
Winnipeg
atmosphere.
is a dope. I think those are the two, no disrespect, Our Nation. I love when it gets loud here. I've seen it when it was loud here.
This is my favorite. You said no home games, so this is number one.
We're excluding, so don't think that, but like being a away team going into those hostile territories and being able to come out with the win.
That's crazy.
Like I was playing in SAS in 2019 and I wasn't able to like play, but being on the sideline and every home game, I literally would look up to the nosebleed, the top of the stadium. I'm like, yo, there's a fan there. I was like,
face painted green, no shirt, green hat, go crazy.
Like you're like,
nah, that joint really nuts.
You're like, yo, they really love it out here. Like you say, like when they shut off all the lights and you're like,
they going crazy.
Like this is professional. Like this is where you like, this is professional football where you lock in and you hear that like, oh yeah, like
this is it. Oh no, we here. No, this is live.
Like,
you got the goosebumps going down your arms. You ready to go
play some football?
Yeah, nah.
So yeah, most definitely.
Most definitely. Where's one that you said ain't as turned? If you had to answer that, I guess we all know that answer. Unfortunately.
And that's kind of crazy, Toronto.
That's what I was gonna say. Toronto, bro.
Did you ever play at old BMO, like BMO Field?
No, I didn't. I didn't play at the old
BMO.
I
got to play at BMO, and even then it was like the stands, like you'd be like, bro, like why not? You would think it being such a major city, but also is competing
against the Raptors, the Blue Jays,
and
Maple Leafs,
the Maple Leafs, the hockey team,
yeah,
and the soccer team out there too. They have a professional soccer team in the MLS.
Yeah, that's hard to compete.
So like
against,
it's hard to compete like that. Like especially with all that. But yeah, Toronto. But I love
a major city. Though.
I love the grass. I love playing on grass. I love taking back to like that third grade, elementary,
just
like
it in, right?
Yeah, like grass.
The end zones kind of get me.
Yeah, the end zones. I'm talking about from the goal line.
Goal line to goal line. Goal line. You all right with me?
Goal line. I remember they had like 3 like ACL tears in those end zones.
Yeah, the switches.
Like the switch.
It's a legit switch, bro.
Like coordinators, like offensive coordinators would run
scheme up plays
in the red zone for the DB to slip. So they
make your break before you get into the end zone. Let the DB slip in the end zone.
So your offensive coordinator will tell you that.
1,000%.
Man, they were like, hey, I'm telling you, in this end zone, we were going to run like a curl. We would run a curl with the waggle.
Legit.
So you would threaten them with speed. And literally right before the goal line,
make your break at the 1 yard line.
Because he's going to back up and he's going to slip right there.
Catch, fall in.
I was like, man.
That's
but that
crazy.
also lost us a game when I was in Edmonton. We threw a fade to D-walk and he slipped. Like, as they go to jump up, we're like, bro, he never slipped. Like,
right.
So yeah,
Bro, I played in Toronto, what was that, 17, my first year actually playing. Bruh, it would have been my first touchdown. They threw me a bubble screen. Caught that joint. I'm down the sideline. Boom, boom, cut back. I'm cutting across the grain, bro. I'm about to take this joint 50 yards. First professional touchdown. I'm dipping. Boom. I'm looking across the field. Here comes Sir V. I don't know how he running that fast, bro. Sir V comes. He tries to get in front of me.
He clips you.
The boy clipped my feet, bro. And I fell at like the 10-yard line, bro. It'd have been my first professional touchdown, bro, at Toronto, bro.
I've never been clipped. I've been hawked once time, and that was in high school. Like, I'll never live that
I ain't gonna
down.
lie. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Low key, I was kind of happy that Sir V tripped me. Because I might have got hawked by the defender if he didn't trip me. So it was better to be clipped by my teammate than get hawked. For real, no cap.
Because
he tripped me up, bro. I was down
like
bad.
the feeling of that is just like, oh, you're like, I was right there 10 yards away, boy.
That would have been my first professional TD, bro. Still to this day, anytime I text Irv, anytime we talk about it, I'm like, bro, you remember you clipped me?
Good dude.
Yeah, you remember you clipped me for no reason? That's my guy, though.
He worked hard. I was in
nah.
Edmonton with him, like, I could see, and you can't even get mad at him.
Oh no, I'm 40 yards downfield as a receiver.
Yeah,
and my lineman is down there trying to get in front of me.
Be like, bro, what you doing, man? But
that's my dog. Nah, he was down there.
I ain't gonna lie, Sir V. If I was like, bro, what you doing, bro? You should let me just chill in the back. Bro. Just chill in the back.
You should have seen it when it happened. Like I thought somebody else had tripped me, and I rolled and looked up. Sir V just standing there like, my bad, bro. I'm like, oh my goodness, dog. That would have definitely been SportsCenter, not Top 10.
So, can you name all the professional CFL quarterbacks you played with that you caught a pass from?
That I've caught a pass from? Yeah, I can name them all. It honestly hasn't been that many. Or, I mean, this year we did go through a revolving door, but from Trevor, I caught a pass from Trevor Harris.
So he was your first Ottawa quarterback. So you never got to play with Henry?
He was my, yeah.
You played with
No, I didn't play with Henry.
You never played
Trevor was my first.
Trevor was your first?
That was the only one I caught a pass from that year.
Okay.
Trev. I caught passes from Trev. Dom. Caught pass from Dom. John Jennings.
Columbus native, if you didn't know.
Yeah. JJ. Obviously this year, Dom again this year.
Yeah.
C5.
Yep.
Caught pass from Duck. So 6 years, all my professional catches have came in Ottawa. I don't have a catch anywhere else.
That's a blessing, man.
This Ottawa, one team.
Is that your goal, is to stay on one team?
Coming in, looking at it, I always saw like dudes going different places, like dudes that were balling, going in different places, and I was confused by that. I'm like, yo, why, and then I learned how it happens, like 1-year deals, different money, different situations, the turnover is crazy. And I always told myself, like, yo, it'd be dope if I could play in one city my entire career. 100%. And I'm 4.5, 5 years in now, and I've been in the same city, so it's definitely a blessing. It'd be cool, but like you said, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You know what I mean? It's out of your control.
And that's the one thing I've tried to do, especially towards my back end of my career, is being able to establish that cohesiveness with the fan base and the organization, and being in the community and stuff like
100%.
that, being on that one team.
It's important, bro.
It's super,
it's
especially
important.
Like, I'm sick of like, hey man, I need to get your jersey. I'm like, bro, I just brought you a jersey last year. Like, why do I need to buy you another jersey? Because now I'm on another team.
Now you're on another team.
Or like you're walking back in your high school and so, what team do you play for again? It's just like, oh my gosh. Like, I know I switched teams like people switch their underwear. But I'm just saying.
It's the business, bro.
Yeah,
it's the CFL.
it definitely is.
I'm starting to learn that more and more. Like as I become older, talking to vets, yourself, Greg, Brad, like it's part of the business. It's one thing I would like. It would be cool in the future to see that change, though. You know what I mean? Like to see that continuity with players on the same team, jerseys, fans getting to know you, that you're a recognizable face, and stuff like that. That would be hella dope, for sure.
Let's see what else. I got some things on my sleeve, RJ.
Man,
I got
no
questions,
cap.
man. I got questions, man.
Holla at me. Let me know.
One defender in your CFL time, the one defender that gave you the most trouble?
that gave me the most trouble.
Like where you saw them on the like scouting report, because there's always that one defender. You're like, okay, I gotta bring my A game.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
I can't sleep. Not saying that you don't do that for every.
I'm about to
week.
say, yeah, I respect everybody that we play against. This year was my first year, playing that X, that boundary one. This is my first year, so everybody I went against this year was new.
Top corner.
Yeah, top corner.
Top corner.
It's my first time going against them. You know what I mean? Like I've played against Saz. I've seen Nick Marshall on the scouting report, but me always playing in the slot, I've never got the opportunity to go against them. So things like that. So I would say, like as far as halves, boundary halves, because that's where I mostly played prior to this. Corey Tyndall, when he was here in Ottawa, you don't know.
Yeah, I do know Tyndall.
CT was a problem. CT was.
I think, didn't he go to F? No, he went to Wisconsin.
Nah, CT
No, where
went
did he
to.
go?
Where did CT go, boy? That boy from
I know
Florida.
he's from Florida.
He's from Florida.
I think he went to, I do know.
It wasn't Wisconsin. CT went to Marshall. He was at Marshall. That's where he was at.
Okay.
CT from Ottawa, but Cariel Brooks, bro. 2'6" from
Hamilton.
Brooks. I like Brooks' game a lot, bro.
Good player, man.
Good player, bro.
He is a good player.
He does his thing. I like Brooks, and I also like TJ Lee and Edmonton. Grimes
is a good football player. That's my dog.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Those are some. I mean, like you see the scouting report, you say, all right, that's the matchup.
Yeah.
Like you like that though.
Yeah, you like that.
You love
that's,
that.
Like you said, the
opportunity.
Part,
That's crazy.
Of course. Not saying. I'm just saying that's the one. I think the one guy that I really truly had to worry about, like where I'm like, whoa, where I saw him do it repeatedly, and it was just not to just your average receiver. It was to like your top receiver was Delvin Bro.
Oh my God.
Like, and that was with the old rules where the DB had a right to his ground. And
push you all the way down the field, hands on the whole way.
You want to talk about taking people
physical?
Man, he would literally drop people off at the Gatorade cooler by the coach.
No. He was that deal. Nah,
yeah,
no cap.
Was.
Nah, for sure.
He was.
I respect bro a lot. You ever played special teams up here?
Yeah, I actually see. That's what I'm saying. You came in this league in 2017. I came here in 13, where you had to wait, like literally wait, like years. Like S.J. Green was on the practice squad. Chad Owens started off on practice squad. And you're talking about like Hall of Famers. So yeah, like I was that fifth receiver that would come in on the fifth receiver packages, but would start on punt return.
Yeah.
So
100%.
like you would get a 60-yard rep, and then have to go right into offense.
5R.
Like you
out there,
don't have a diagonal where you're like, oh, I might get a catch.
Boy, you
now
better lock in. You better lock in, boy.
So yeah, those.
Cause that might be your one attempt of the game.
Bro,
gotta lock in.
my first 2 years playing special teams that prepared me to play offense.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
that's a different ball game.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like being on special teams and then going right from special teams to offense. Like I don't know how some returners when Dedman, when we put packages for Dedman, and he got a big return, and then coach was like, 5R Dedman. I'm like, yo, like coach, he just ran like 60 yards, and now you
that joint to midfield. Now we Ranger Dedman,
and now you about to put him back in. And
that boy RD did that week too. You remember?
Yeah.
RD. Was,
so like I got respect for people that got a return and then like go play offense. Like that's a different beast, bro.
1,000%.
Especially in 2-down football, like. You're on the bench like first down, okay, second down, punt return alert. You're like, wait a minute, I just got over here. Just sat down. So yeah, no, that's special teams. You ever play specials?
I never played like punt return. Like I was a returner. I was always a returner.
So you're always a returner.
I played punt return. I was a returner. I played kick return. I was a returner. I didn't last too long back there. It's a different breed. Like
even
that's a
with
skill
the
set that you have to have.
Even with the halo.
Yeah, it's still different. But I filled in. I did my thing when I filled in. I think, and it was fun. But like you said, bro, that was crazy. I was taking all the return reps. I was playing offense, and like you said, I was coming off at the return 5R. I'm out there, big team. I'm out there. I'm like, oh snap! Like you earning this check.
Dude, you
like,
earning
you
it.
Earn, you earn all of that check.
You earn all
that check
of
that
it.
hit that account. You earn that week.
I remember in 2000, like I think it was 17 or 18, we had a bunch of injuries in Edmonton, and this is how I taught myself to track deep balls. Is I would catch punts, and
off the jump machine.
Not even out. I would catch it off the foot. Okay. So I would let the kicker punt it, and then I would turn sideways and track it like a football, like a deep ball. Because they're punting it. If you can track a punt like this,
ain't no pass coming out like that.
Yeah, no pass. So it's just I would teach myself so I know how to catch.
Right.
So, you know, just messing around, I'm just going back there, catching punts. Boom, I'm able to do it. I'm able to field it. So Coach Moss was
Somebody
like,
seen you do it.
So Coach Moss was like, can you return? And I'm like, you know, jokingly like, yeah, like I can return.
Oh, you always gonna say yeah,
like,
100%.
Just, like,
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, just put me back.
Yeah, I got you.
And then he started like being serious. He goes, no, like Kenny, I'm being serious. Like, show me your film, because like I'm like, nah, Coach, I'm playing. Like, I'd rather go block than
Then
kick
the return.
Like, I'm just playing. Like,
Bruh.
I'm just doing that. Nah,
No, that return is sweet though. I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
it's not. No,
That halo is sweet.
No.
Not for you? That halo's sweet,
I'd
bro.
rather block. Coach put me out there. I'll be a better blocker.
block.
Yeah, and like when coaches like put in like jet sweeps and those tunnel screens and all that, Coach, that's not me.
Let me block it. Let
I'll
me
go
open it up
block.
for the next
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, man. I know you got a gadget guy. I know someone in there that loves to do those. Coach,
100%.
I'd rather go block.
I was the type of guy.
The most thing, give me a bubble. I'll catch a bubble.
Oh yeah,
but that's about
to the
it.
crib.
That's about it. Anything screen wise.
Not me. If he say, "Can you do it?"
You want it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm a realist.
100%. I can do it.
I
I was with
tell
the
them.
Saints. They was looking for people like filling practice squad on defense. Hey, we need bodies on defense. Hey, coach, I play defense. Last time I played defense was like 6th grade.
You out there
look
back.
team.
You out
I'll do it. What? I'm out there looking crazy.
Yeah,
Barbecue
man,
chicken.
man,
Hey,
nah.
thing is though, right? Hey, look, if you make a play, oh, he got something. If you don't make a play, he don't belong out there no way. It's a win-win for me.
Hey, you know what? That's a smart. Hey, you're very smart.
I'm trying to tell, young boys, pay attention to this, bro. Putting y'all on game.
I was always taught.
Any opportunity, bro, take that.
I'll be a realist.
I was a realist in my head, but I'm out there trying to get it in though.
Maybe that's my trouble.
I was trying to get it in, bro.
Coach.
Anything. I'm out there at defense, trying to
ain't
guard
gonna
Mark
lie.
Ingram coming out the backfield. He
they-
hitting me with that boot boot, and I'm just like I play receiver, coach. This ain't
They used
me.
to tell me like, yeah, because they used to put me on that jet sweep in Montreal, like one of my first years, and I'm like, yo, coach, like I know I'm fast and all that, but like, I ain't got it, coach.
This ain't it.
This ain't it,
This
bro.
ain't what
This
you
ain't
think,
it. This
so,
ain't
yeah.
it. This ain't it. This
Nah, I'm
ain't
already
it. This
knowing.
ain't it. So,
Cream of the crop. Talk to me. Who's the cream of the crop? What's the hardest you ever been hit up here, bro? Like just smoke.
hardest I've ever been hit. Ooh.
There's some dudes up here that be trying to take your head off. So.
I've played with some quarterbacks that didn't leave me out to dry. So there was nothing like where I got like my helmet knocked off or anything like that. It probably would be in practice, bro. Because that Edmonton defense in 2015, we had Willie Jefferson, we had Odell Willis, we had Dexter McCoyle, we had Pat Watkins, we had Aaron Grimes, we had Marcel Young, we had Deion Lacey, who's a starter now in SAS.
Y'all had some heavy hitters over there.
Yeah, so it'd probably be practice, like on a slant or something, just accidentally. But the hardest I would think I've ever been hit in football was by Archie Donald, Aaron Donald's older brother. I played with him in college.
Oh, for real?
Played Mike Backer in Toledo.
Boy,
so,
you old.
Yeah.
You played with his older brother?
I'm 31.
Well,
Yeah,
oh,
man. Yeah,
Slim.
yeah, man. Hey, man, I've seen a lot of football.
Go ahead.
So we're in spring ball. You know, spring ball is live.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm running like a under, and it's like 3rd down and 7. You know, we're actually competing in spring ball. It's live.
Yeah.
It's one of those live compete days, and I'm going to go like lay out to like go get the first down. So I catch the under, and it's me and him, and I'm like, bro, like I think you're going low. So like I like jump to like go lay out, and he ain't go low, and he
went
literally.
high.
Oh, just smoked me, and I literally do a helicopter and just land. And I'm like on the ground, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm good. But I've noticed the ones like that don't hurt. Like the ones that it's just like, oh crap, it's there.
Yeah,
Boom.
Yeah.
Those don't hurt. Like
Yeah.
it's the ones that you don't see, the ones that you're not braced for, and you're just like,
No idea what's coming. You're just
boom!
out, yeah.
What in the world? What happened? What?
Yeah.
And you're just laying on the ground.
Hey, low key, I'm the opposite, bro. I feel like when I don't see it coming, it just happens and I get smoked, like I just hop up. But when I have time to catch and brace and know something is coming, I feel like them hurt way worse because I know what to expect.
See,
when I don't expect it, that's when I just like that's smooth.
Yeah, those scenes, like I've I would say it's a lost art, but like catching seams, knowing where traffic's at. Jermaine Robinson got a good hit on me in the Grey Cup. We ran like a little stutter go on the slot. Kind of caught me, kind of like it was, but I was able to brace. I was able to brace for it. So the ones I can like, flex that muscle. Even though I don't be in the weight room, but just flex that muscle, be able to brace.
You gotta get in that box.
Nope.
These hit them hammies, boy. Get on the bands or
something. Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
Bands,
a little ball, Busu ball, all that. I'm a great band guy, but
100%.
Like touching weights.
Get older though, bro. That's how it be. I'm 29. I'm creeping up there. I'm starting to get to hey, where the bands at? Let me ease off that back squat. Where them bands at? Where that deadlift at? Let me hit
all band workouts. So,
boy, I caught a slant. We was playing here. Matter of fact, we was playing here. I caught a looky slant. Tempo joint
to the field. Yes.
To the field. Caught the slant in Montreal. Taylor Loeffler. Remember Loeffler?
He could hit.
Big safety.
Loeffler could hit.
Boy came down. Boom! Yeah. Stuck me, right? Yeah. And I kind of absorbed it. So I'm like, I bounced off of him. He fell to the ground. The hit ain't kick in until about 2 seconds later. I swear to you.
It was one of them.
It hit me and I'm like, I'm good. And I took like 3 steps and everything hit me, right? And I crumbled and I fell to the ground. And Slim, when I fell to the ground, the ball bounced off my knee and I fumbled. I swear.
So you just caught.
I caught the slant. I bounced off the tackle. I'm looking big. I'm strong. Everything just hit me at once. I fell. Ball bounced off my knee. I fumbled on the ground. I fumbled. They recovered it, bro. I'm just looking. Everybody like, RJ, what happened? I'm like, y'all ain't gonna believe it, but the hit ain't kick in until about 5 seconds later, bro. It was crazy. That was probably one play I wish I could have back because I watched the film of it and it looks crazy. Like I'm in an open field. Nobody's around me.
And you just
off my leg, fumble. I'm on the ground. They're like, yo, what happened to you?
Those are like people don't like when the wind gets knocked out of you in a football game. That's literally the worst. It's one of the worst feelings ever. You're just like
you're helpless out there, bro. You're gasping for breath,
bro. You can't.
You gotta hold on to the ball.
You can't breathe.
You can't do nothing,
can't
bro.
Do nothing.
You're helpless.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
That was one play I wish I could have back. Oh, actually, second.
So you saying was that your hardest hit?
Yeah.
That was your hardest hit by far?
That one, or I was in Saints camp. It was my first practice with pads on. I don't know the tempo. I don't know what's going on. I caught an under, and I turned it up.
And you're a rookie, too.
I'm a rookie. I have no idea, bro. Vinny Sunseri, he played safety at Alabama back in the day.
Coach Sunseri's son.
Yeah, I'm running up high as that boy Vinny came down. Boom! Tagged me, bro. I'm parallel in the air. Like, yo, what the hell is going on out here? This how y'all practice? Hey, last time I got hit like that though, I was locked in from that. Never again.
That's the one. That's the one thing.
All it takes is one.
All you take is one. One hit, and you're like, so that's how y'all out here.
That'd be the last time you get a hit like that.
You're not gonna catch me like that at all.
Last time.
At all.
Nah, that was straight though.
The favorite touchdown you ever scored?
Favorite touchdown. Professionally or just ever?
Just the one touchdown that just sticks out to you, like that just the whole setup, the celebration, everything. What was the one touchdown that
back to SAS, bro. Back to SAS. We had ran I was in a slot, just had a little dig with a post behind it, post dig. Boy, I ran that post. Trevor threw that joint up and I'm running. It's a beautiful ball. I'm about to get to it. I see the defender and I go up. And it hit me in my hands. The defender didn't do nothing. Like he swiped, but when it goes past your vision, it throws you off. And the ball hit me in my hands. And I was like, oh, nah, I dropped this. And I don't know, football gods, bro. The ball just stayed there. Bounced, stayed right in front of my face. I grabbed that joint, bro. I'm in SAS. That's when your cousin was there. That's when Deron.
Okay, yeah.
That's when Deron was there.
Was he playing DB?
Nah, he wasn't. He was playing receiver at the time. But Deron's celebration was the Hadouken. Yeah. So I'm in SAS. They quiet now. I'm like, you know what? Let me hit that jump. I hit the Hadouken, brother. Silence the whole stadium. And like I said, SAS was crazy, bro. So like being able to shut everybody, calm everybody down. That joint was live, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was probably my favorite joint.
Your favorite one?
Deron hit me on Twitter though. He was like, hey, bro, you stole my celebration like that? I'm like, nah, man, no disrespect, but I'm in y'all home. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, receivers always reach out to other
100%.
receivers. So, what receiver that you would love to All right, so you know how they have that one little saying like you guys name 3 people you would have at dinner that could be dead or alive, past or present. So name me 3 receivers you would want to have dinner with. To pick their brain. Your favorite, like whatever. They got to be wide out. So it could be from the CFL or it could be from the NFL. Just 3 receivers.
Keenan Allen.
Okay.
Boy, his craft of the game is it's insane. Like, he not fast, he tall, but he not running past nobody. He not the quickest. Like, athletically, he's not, like, off the charts. But, bruh, get open, bruh. Like, he has a great feel for the game. So, I would love to pick his brain there. Jarvis Landry is another guy. Those are the 2 from the NFL. Jarvis Landry, a dog. He like a running back with the ball in his hands.
No, he is.
He like a running back. He's a real live dog. But the way he sees the field is crazy. Like, he has a great feel for the game. And I guess up here in the CFL, I got to play with Brad, so I got to learn a lot from Brad, but it would have to be either Milt Stegall, even though he be going on us on the CFL game days. He never show us love. It's all good, though. Still mess with Milt. And either Milt Stegall or G. Roy Simon.
Yeah,
those 2 were just like looking at old film and what they did and like their names and like how successful they were and like their feel for the game. It was, it's top notch. Like I played with my first year. Travis Moore was our coach.
Yeah, Timo. Yeah,
Timo was our coach here. So I would have said Timo, but I got to play for Timo, so I learned a lot from Timo.
A lot.
But as far as someone that I never really got to sit down and talk and pick their brain, G-Roy or Milt for sure.
Tim Moore is like 60 yards away from 10,000 yards in his career.
For real? I didn't know he was that close. That boy should have came back for another year or another
He's
game.
Like 60 yards away.
I would have came back for another game.
I was like, man, coach, I'll give you 60 of mine.
Yeah, I'll come back for another game.
Yeah,
you gotta get them 60,
yeah,
Timo.
But he was my receiver coach at SAS, bro. Good dude.
Great dude.
Really good dude.
Yeah,
really good
sure.
dude. Really good
Who would be your 3?
Ooh, at dinner, man, I would, just because of how my career went, I would go like the no-name guys. I would go Wayne Corbett from the Jets. He was catching with no gloves, just back in the 90s. He was one of the like my favorite receivers that I would love to just sit down with. So I would go with him. I would go with I would go Jake Reed is another no-name guy.
Jeez, you going no? I don't know Jake Reed.
Jake Reed was the 3rd receiver with my uncle. They had three receivers go for 1,000 yards. Him, Randy Moss, and my uncle. They all went for 1,000, but no one knows about Jake Reed. Is an unbelievable football player.
Under the radar.
Yeah,
getting it in, still getting the band.
Yeah, so I would go him, and then I would have to go with, honestly, I would love to pick Lynn Swann's brain and why he did ballet and because I think he transcended the receiver position from like when he was in Pittsburgh. So I would go that which is kind of, it's all over the place, but I definitely would go though.
So all the young fans watching, I know y'all don't know any of those 3 receivers, but do your research, all right? Hey, you're gonna have to do your research on these guys, all right?
Yeah,
that's a little bit before your time.
I'm
Great
old
receivers
school.
though. Yeah, this old school
like,
right
that's
here.
Old
boy.
school, but
that boy
no.
went back.
Yeah, but no, those are like, but that's like, like, where you, like, I think receivers really had to get it, bro. Like, really, like, you weren't throwing the football 50 times a game. Throwing it 20 times a game.
Better make your play when it came your way.
Gotta make your play. So like that's
like that. You never know when it's coming back.
So that's the beautiful thing for sure, most definitely. So what's the one thing you want to do when you're done playing football? I know you're a father, you're a husband, but like what's your passion like outside of football?
Outside of football is helping others reach their goals and their dreams. You know what I mean? Like I had a great supporting cast that helped me get to where I'm at. And I realized like without them, I wouldn't be here. So if I can be that person to someone else besides my kids, like I want to be that person for my kids, but if I can help the youth back in my community, in my hometown, that'd be love, bro. Like I want to start my own training business, my own, eventually like get to a franchise. But I would love to be a small business owner at my hometown crib, help kids with the recruiting process, help them with training, help them get seen. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be
big.
It doesn't have to be big.
Just
Everybody knows the big stuff. We got what? We got Exos. We got all of those back. You know, you got to go to Cali. I want to do something for my guys at my crib in Maryland. I did it. I was able to get here. I had some guidance. Now let me be that for my seeing that joy come from youth kids and me being able to be that bridge to get them there. That's really fulfilling for me. So that would be hella dope. You know, I started my own little training business in the COVID year. I started my training business. I got that going. I got about 20 kids right now that I've been training. Just trying to have something to, not a fallback plan, but, you know, have a plan in place for when I'm done.
It's progressive.
Yeah, progressive, bro.
It's definitely progressive.
That's all I'm looking for.
That's the one thing that you should stress as, you know, being an older football player is telling the younger generation, not even your teammates, just knowing that, hey, bro, you're more than a football player, bro. Like,
1,000%.
There's something that you could be doing other than, you know, football. Like,
100%.
yes, that's what our main focus is on, but you also got to worry about, you know, life after football, because you never know.
The earlier you could tap into that, the more important.
Better.
The better. You can have an 8-year career, but if you know what you want to do after football at year 3.
Just imagine if you started a training business
6 years ago.
And I'm the same way.
Now all my money I'm saving to that business. I'm being smarter with my money.
It's even in the off season. Yeah. Like, you have another stream of revenue. Like, I don't even have to touch this.
Exactly.
I don't even have to do this. Like, that's the one thing. Like I was just like, wow. And one of my best friends told me this. He goes, Kenny, you should have been training a long time ago. I'm like, I didn't, you know, you think you don't have the time, I'm busy, I'm doing this, and next thing you know, you're like, wow, I'm doing it, and damn, if I would have done that
and you
6 years ago, oh, not even just the connections you would have, because your kids, like I was just doing it because, like I said, I trained too, and I think out of like I had an elite group, I think I had 12 kids, I think 7 of them made it like first team or honorable mention or second team, all district in football this year. So it's just like,
and that's just getting started.
That's just like you said, it's just getting started. And those are kids like where parents, they were like, yeah, we wouldn't be anywhere without you. Like, literally, not saying like that just to make me feel good. They're like, you literally changed our kids' mindset.
1,000%.
So it's like, you hearing that and you're like, man, you're affecting the game that was able to give you such a good life. Like, you know, that's the one thing that giving back to the game, because it gave me so much. So having that process, bro, it's such
being in this platform, being able to get back to the kids, help them out, bro, that's what it's all about. We ain't get here by ourselves.
Yeah, no, by no means.
At all. You had people guide you.
I'm
guiding people. You helping me out still. You come in as a vet, and I'm the vet, and you come in as the vet, giving me game. I'm putting, you know, our young boys on game. Like, this how it is, bro.
That's the one thing that...
We got to just keep trickling down.
That's the one thing that I think... And as teammates, you gotta know who you're dealing with. That's why I love like receiver nights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because once you know the person you're playing for, when they do say, hey bro, you need to tighten up, it's not like, man, who are you? Like, no, I know that's not coming from a malicious standpoint. I know he wants better for me. So I'm not gonna take it as,
why you attacking?
Yeah, like why you in my face? It's oh no, like
this is coming from a place where he cares.
He wants the best for me.
He
so
wants,
let me do take that little
100%.
bit. Like, so like that's where the one thing
building that culture is important.
I learned is just you're not always gonna have the right answer. The rookie might say something that the veteran is supposed to say. So listen to everyone throughout the whole group.
100%.
Because everybody sees stuff differently. Everybody knows.
Gotta be a sponge at all times. You're never too old to stop learning, bro.
At all times.
Never too old to stop learning.
So yeah, that's the dope part. You know, just being, and this is the first time it hit me. Like, I was like, man, I'm the old dude in the room. Like, I remember me being 24, 25, and SJ like, yeah, bro, I'm 31. And I'm like, bro, you old. Like, 100%. And now I'm 31, and I'm like, dog, I don't feel old. So now I understand what he was feeling, not feeling, but going through. But like, the psyche is like, oh, but now I'm that guy to give that 24-year-old advice.
That advice.
Now I'm that that's
happens
showing
quick,
them
bro.
like, yo, 31 is nothing. Like, damn,
Oh, yeah.
bro, you still cooking at 31?
You still got it. You still out there. Yeah, you can
man,
do it, bro.
like anyone can do it. So it's like you say, it's recognizing that, and you know, recognize that it's also a responsibility. It's a true responsibility being a vet in the room, most definitely. So yeah.